everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful summer. Since it's the last week of July, I have some brand new picture books to share with you that came out this month. And let me know in the comments below if you've checked any of these out yet or which one you are looking forward to the most. But if you're new here, my name is Sarah and I'm the face behind the colorful apple. I love to come onto this channel every Sunday night to share new picture books, books that you can use in your classroom, and read aloud tips that you can use right away. If that sounds like something you're interested in, give this video a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button down below so that you don't miss a thing. But let's jump into those brand new picture books from July 2023. First up, we have I Want to Be Spaghetti. Ramen sees spaghetti everywhere. Spaghetti is always being advertised and everyone wants spaghetti, but nobody really wants him as much. So he thinks he needs to change to be loved just as much as spaghetti does. But then when ramen is brought home and placed in a bowl of broth with some friends, he realizes that he's pretty great just the way that he is. This is a book that celebrates the beauty of being yourself and being recognized for who you are, for not changing to be somebody else. A powerful, important message for students, but brought to them in a fun way and also delicious way. The next new picture book that I have for you is called Who Am I? And a young girl asks her mom that question, who am I? Her mother tells her that she's the fire that burns, the eagle that soars. And this story tells how we are all connected, how we are connected to each other, to our ancestors, and to the earth. This book is written from an indigenous perspective and explains how it's everyone's duty to connect and to protect the earth and the world in which we live. The next new picture book that I have to share with you is called When Rubin Plays. Rubin loves going to the orchestra. He decides that he wants to play the violin as well. But when he plays the violin, it doesn't quite sound the same. And he doesn't like it. He wishes that he sounded just like the orchestra. But then he finds an audience who appreciates him and loves him for his own unique style of music. This is a book about community, about finding your voice, and about doing what you love. And it offers confidence to anyone who is struggling to learn something difficult, something challenging, and that they just need to find their own way to do it. A positive message for your students. The next new picture book release that I have is a nonfiction book. This one is a biography, and it's called Dare to Question. This biography is about suffragist Carrie Chapman Catt. And it tells a story about how she mobilized women across the nation in order to earn women's right to vote. An inspiring book for the young women and even the young men in your classroom. Our next brand new picture book is also a true story. This one is called Stand as Tall as the Trees. It's the true story about how an activist in the Amazon worked with indigenous communities to protect and preserve the sacred rainforests. It's a moving story that will remind readers about nature conservation, about perseverance, and about standing up for their community. This next brand new picture book is a fun one. This one is called A Book for Bear. In this story, Bear loves books and he wants one for his very own. So he and his best friend Ellen decide to hatch a plan. But sneaking a bear into a school, a library, and a bookstore turns out to be a lot harder than they thought. Will Bear ever find a book of his own? You'll have to read this story with your students to find out. This next brand new picture book from June 2023 will be perfect for all those budding scientists in your classroom. This one is called The Deep End. And as you read this aloud with your students, you'll join Brownbeard the pirate as he explores the depths of the ocean. You're going to go with him to learn about unusual creatures and undersea explorers and all of the things that the depths of the ocean have to offer. This is not only an informative nonfiction book, but a hilarious one as well, and I think it will get all of your students hooked. A great book to add to your classroom read aloud collection. The next book that I have is called Spanish is the Language of My Family. A young boy is getting ready for the spelling bee, and his grandmother has decided to help him out. As she is helping him learn all of these words, she tells him the stories about when she was a young child in school and how even though she spoke Spanish, they were forced to only speak English at school. These stories that she tells inspires the young boy to work hard and to make his family proud. This is a wonderful intergenerational story of not only family ties, but of cultural pride as well. This next book is another nonfiction read. I seem to have a lot of those in my collection this month, but this one is called The Queen of Chess. In this book, we learn about how Judith Polgar became the youngest chess grandmaster, how she was beating adults at the game at the age of 5, and how she was winning tournaments at the age of 9. You can follow along with her incredible journey as she takes on all of these masters of chess and oftentimes beats them. An inspiring story for anyone in your class who really enjoys the game of chess. And like I said, I have a lot of nonfiction books, and so this one is yet another one to add to your science collection. This one is called Great Barrier Reef. This one documents the transformation of an aircraft carrier into an artificial reef off the coast of Florida. It talks about how there were over 150 scientists, engineers, and technicians who worked tirelessly together to create this artificial reef and why they did so. That they designed it to encourage regrowth and to protect the marine life that was underneath the water. This story comes with quite a bit of back matter that has a lot of STEM connections, and I think your students will really enjoy learning about this. So I hope that this list gives you lots of brand new book ideas that you can bring into your classroom next year. I know there were a lot of nonfiction ones, but those are great to add to your read aloud collection as well. Not only should we be reading fiction books, but we should really be tying in those nonfiction books to incorporate more science and social studies into the read alouds that we do in our classroom. And let me know which one you're going to check out first in the comments below. And I will leave all of the books linked so that you can grab them to use in your classroom right away. Have a great week.